Ziegler to get us underway. Final regular season game. It'll be the last game for Wolves. This is the curtain down on their season. So another packed house here in Worcester. So if nothing else, they're going to want to put on a show for the fans. And as we said coming in, let's not forget Glasgow really want to hang on to that fourth spot. They'll be keeping an eye on what happens with the Royals. Freeman goes to work, banks in off the window to open the account for the Worcester Wolves. Carpenter goes over to Johnny Bunyan. Bunyan, he goes into Gareth Murray inside. He's going to work on Mickey Severa. Beautiful finish, nice soft touch from Gareth Murray. Get their side of the scoreboard ticking over. Darrell Combs now for the Wolves. Combs almost lost that, interrupted at the elbow. Prosper hands off to Mickey Severa. Well, that was batted away by Carpenter. Well, poor hands really, but Carpenter can't finish off the window. Loose ball, Severa can't hold on to it. Carpenter back inside to Ziegler. Bunyan, Gareth Murray at the top for three. No good. Fraser is fouled on his way up. It's a miracle nothing happened there.
Yeah, it is. But defensive rebounds, the Wolves couldn't come up with them, and Glasgow did. Offensive rebounds, that wanted the ball, kept it alive, tipping it. You know, just tipping it sometimes just gives you the ability just to keep it 50-50, and then whoever wants it more will come down with the basketball.
Fraser, 75% shooter from the line this season. Gives Rocks a slender 2-point lead with 8:35 to play. And pleased to say we do have a scoreboard on the screen this week for you. Crawford being run off the perimeter. He's got to go route one. Can't find a way inside. Feeds Prosper inside, who drops it in off the glass. Good work from Crawford. So, nervy affair so far, and busy weekend, being the last weekend of the regular season. 4 games tonight, so we'll keep you across all of those scores as we go through. Eagles hosting the London Lions, Leicester Riders hosting the Surrey Scorchers, and the London City Royals make their trip to the West Country at the SGS Wise Arena. They are taking on the Bristol Flyers. Bunyan many times on the end line here in Worcester. Goes to Murray. Carpenter, he's at the top. Fraser, back to Murray. Gareth Murray dances inside of the finger roll. And that is going to be called basket. Good. Deshaun Freeman hanging from the net. 2-point lead with Glasgow Rocks. So, on the play, holding foul. That's Johnny Bunyan picking up his first foul of the game, Glasgow's first foul of the quarter. So, well, I haven't got classic written all over it yet, Chris.
Yeah. No.
Severa, he switches on the afterburners. Can't finish. Ziegler just held on to that. Here goes Carpenter. He's going to work. He's fouled on the shot. He's going to go to the line for 2. Chris.
Yeah, Wolves just don't. I'm looking at the matchups and I'm going, right, okay, Wolves. You look at Glasgow and they're not that big. And you got someone like Prosper and you got Freeman, and you look at those and you're going, right, make the most of it. I think what we found, Prosper once.
Yep.
When Freeman was, Crawford was stuck inside the paint. It's kind of like from a point guard's point of view. It's like, look at their weaknesses. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at Prosper. I'm looking at look at the matchups now. There you go. They've found him straight away. It's taken 3 minutes to find Coombs.
Crawford jacks up the 3. no good. And here comes Carpenter. He went 26 from 35 with those 2 throws. Dancing around the elbow. Carpenter. Fraser at the top. Oh, Ziegler drives inside, hard to the hole. No good. Can't finish. Comes down into the hands of Darrell Combs. Crawford now. Foul on the floor.
Yeah. I don't mean to be disrespectful to Bunyan, but it's an obvious thing that you would look at and just say, well, can he match him up? Can he cope with him? And you look at all those different permutations, and you sort of say, well, let's go. And that's the guard's job to do that.
Combs goes inside to Lester Prosper. Prosper, fade away, high arcing 2, no good. Fraser just grabs down the rebound. Here goes Carpenter at the other end. He's blocked by Lester Prosper. Jordan Wellen checks into the game and takes it off Fraser's leg. Coach Lavandier having a chat with his players. He definitely reminds me of someone, Chris. If you can think of it during the game, do tell me. Who it is? It's ringing a bell. Wellen, well, he gets his pocket pick. Freeman can't hang on to it. Here comes Wellen once again. That's going to be a foul on Gareth Murray. 3 fouls for Glasgow Rocks. They've got a 4-point lead. Gareth Murray unhappy with that. So Crawford on the inbounds. Combs. Combs, he jacks up from downtown, no good. Great board from Lester Prosper. Well, look for the foul that never came. Here comes Carpenter for Glasgow.
Good hands by Murray then.
Fraser just drops in a mid-range 2. 6-point game. So Worcester once again find themselves on the wrong end of the scoreline early doors. Coombs goes out to Crawford. Mid-range 2 from Crawford. Pulls up to find the points. 4-point game, 5:35 to play in the first quarter of the ball game. Bunyan, Carpenter, Rocks prepping their subs. Murray, Fraser once again left wide open. Too easy, really.
Yeah, Prosper needs to get out to that. Guessing he's looked across to the bench and he's seen.
And Crawford.
He's got hot.
Jacks up the 3-bomb from the corner. And Worcester needed that. That was a big score.
Yeah.
Cries of defence going up here. Carpenter, Ziegler, back to Carpenter. Carpenter now. That was a great pass inside. Good ball movement, 3 on the shot. Clark, oh my goodness me. Carpenter drains it from downtown with 4:38 to play. 6-point ball game. Prosper. Jordan Wellen is fouled by Carpenter. So 4 fouls for Rocks with 4:30 to go.
Yeah. The only thing for Rocks is going to be is the foul count at the moment. But that just shows that they're playing some tough defence, which is making Wolves work harder. And you kind of go, well, come on, Wolves get your offence going, but.
Combs, Navahas has checked in. Rob Crawford puts up another one. They're going to want him to get hot. Navahas, 14 reset on the shot clock. Crawford goes inside to Freeman, who throws it down. And that's a statement to say, I'm not going anywhere, says Deshaun Freeman. He's rallying up the troops. DA's checked in. Long range 3 attempt, no good. Combs, Freeman, hands off to Combs, sets a screen. Combs goes route 1, they go out to Crawford, great ball movement. Navas, little head fake, goes inside to Crawford. Darrell Combs is left wide open, it just rims out. Pryor now for Glasgow. He goes into Fraser, Pryor at the top. So Jordan Wellen is making himself as wide as he can, trying to run Pryor off that three-point line. Pryor can't go with the reverse. Wellen has his pocket picked once again. Ball is loose. Carpenter to Fraser with a flush down. 6-point game once again. Coach Levandier, well, he was looking for the block. Just out of shot. Well, having a conversation with the referee. Navahas just hang on to it behind the back to Freeman. Well, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Doesn't go, you're a zero. If it goes, you're a hero.
Well, that's the thing, him having his hands ready.
So it's a two-shot game. Crawford looking to get his hands in. Carpenter almost loses the ball. Double dribble for sure. Yeah, and Coach Levandier said to his player, I'm afraid it was, young man. So turnover ball, and Worcester have it. 17 plays 13 with 2:38 in the first. 14 fouls on the board for Glasgow Rocks. So, Worcester going to switch it on inside. Freeman, Navahas, he's left wide open for three. That was a long way off. So, ball out of bounds. Pryor looking to pull up, loses the handle on the ball. Severa can't get his finger to it. Ziegler, he goes inside of Fraser. Fraser now backing down, but really Wolves should have picked that one up. They go back to Fraser. Three from the same spot for him. 6-point game. Six points from the same spot for Fraser, but Rob Crawford dances his way inside. Here come Glasgow again. Two-shot game. It's a tight affair. Pryor goes out. A Carpenter in the corner for three. No good. To Sean Freeman. Snatches it off the ironwork. Navahas looking for a way in. Fraser is all over him. Crawford, Navahas can't hang on to it, tips it out of bounds. So Glasgow ball.
Yeah, the problem with that offense was that, and I keep on saying this about Worcester, is that the guards don't go and demand the basketball, and even if you haven't got the basketball, you call the play and set something up, and if not, you go back to plan A, which is your basic system.
Pryor's three attempt, no good. Prosper comes down with it. Severa is going to be on Dye. So Rocks over the limit on 5. So Kieran Acharas checks in for Pryor, and well, notable mention, Kieran Acharas, of course, he's going to retire. It's his last regular season weekend of his career. Former GB captain, of course, one of the great servants of this sport in the UK.
Yeah, been around. Literally done it and bought the T-shirt, hasn't he?
I think he's got them all, I really do. And a formidable presence he still is. So Severa on the line for Worcester, doesn't make the second, and there's Acharas straight away with the rebound. He's presented with an award by the Worcester Wolves at the start. It's a nice touch, standing ovation from the crowd here in Worcester. So you come to Rocks again. Pryor at the top. Acharas sets the screen. He's up at the free throw line, hands off to Dye, and Dye kicks it out to Ziegler in the corner. Tough shot at the end of the shot clock. Prosper just about hangs on to it, goes to Crawford. Wrong foot's the entire defense. Crawford has got to crash his way through traffic. He's dispossessed. Here comes Glasgow again. Ziegler drives inside, he's blocked. Here comes Crawford for Worcester, goes into Navahas. Well, Navahas looked at putting it back outside, but went in off the window, and it's a 1-point ball game with 5 seconds to go. Pryor jacks up the three, no good. So at the end of the first quarter, it is Glasgow Rocks 19, Worcester Wolves 18. Chris.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. I think neither team have got going, if you like, and sort of hit form. And we've said this time after time with Worcester. They just can't get back. And then once they've worked it out, you go and run another set. So from that point of view, yeah, I think he is a little bit frustrated.
Pryor goes inside to Rakunas. Kieran Acharas muscles his way out of that, finds 2 points, and he's going to go to the line to add the bonus. And there you see what a veteran can do.
Well, that's it, and the difference with that is that not only did he sink the basket, he gets the and one from what is a weaker foul.
Yeah. Kieran Acharas is on the line. So Severa now for Worcester. Navahas. That was a good pass inside, but the pass back out possibly wasn't. Jordan Wellen, somehow they managed to hang on to it. Well, get out of jail free, maybe.
Good save, good not giving up on it, but you know, another miscommunication causing them problems.
The referee having a word with coach Vandia, saying you've got to stay off the court during the game.
No, he's telling him to get back in his box, which is the white line. I think he was basically saying that the Wolves player was in the back court and he took off.
Well, times Mickey Severa drains a triple from the corner. So Wolves just a cigarette paper in touch in this game. 1 point game. Ziegler, that was a great pass inside to Kieran Acharas. He couldn't finish. Combs picks it off the ironwork. Dumps it off to Mickey Severa. He is absolutely swamped in that low block. They go into Leicester Prosper. 14 on the shot clock. Prosper's backing down. He's going to work. Muscles his way to the baby hook. Collects his own rebound. Can't finish. Well, he was looking for the foul, but never came once again. And that's going to be a blocking foul on Mickey Severa. So Deshaun Freeman will check in for Leicester Prosper. Not too much to trouble either coach in terms of fouls so far in this game. A long way to go. 8:47 remain in the second. Kieran Acharas. Pryor and Kunis, he loses the ball. Freeman is fouled. Unsportsmanlike foul, Bo Ziegler. So Deshaun Freeman, he's going to go to the line. 2 and possession.
Exactly, and this is where you get a free get out of jail card, because you got your free throws and then you get a possession. This is where you need to get together and say, right, what we're going to play out of this. What's our set? Yeah, let's get together. Let's run an offense where we're going to get it a percentage, and we're going to get 1, get into the lead, and 2, get into the lead from the free throws. They haven't done. Now you've got an opportunity to go 2 up at least.
Well, Deshaun Freeman locks the game up at 22 apiece. Worcester retain possession. Unsportsmanlike foul. Severa on the inbounds ball. 14 reset on the shot. Clark Severa, what a finish from him. Backs it in off the window to give Worcester that 2-point cushion, Chris, that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Foul on Crawford. Well, it was all going on, and Rob Crawford has called for his. Darrell Combs.
Yeah.
Darrell Combs. Dear viewer, I beg your pardon. So, Ziegler kick it out, but it's interrupted. It goes into the hands of Combs. He's got Pryor in front of him. Navas with the putback. Great finish from Alex Navas. 4-point game for Worcester. Rinkunis at the top. He's got Pryor on the prowl around the perimeter. He goes inside to Bo Ziegler from the elbow. No good. Achara can't get his finger to it. Comes down to Deshaun Freeman. He goes to Severa. Mickey Severa switches it on. That is going to be a foul on the floor. No basket, of course, as a referee. So, timeout, Glasgow Rocks. And Coach Levandic reminds me of somebody pacing up and down on that sideline.
Yeah. Well,
he's going to be frustrated.
Yeah.
Anything else, and of course that unsportsmanlike fan, and sometimes games can hinge on those moments, can't they?
And that's where you take the advantage. As I said, you make sure you get your free throws, but then two, score off the play it's given you. That's the advantage of it.
Navas looked off with that three as soon as it went, and he knew it. Yeah, so
not coming out of his hand correctly.
Rinkunis Pryor now. Pryor's calling the play, directing the traffic. He's got Wellen to deal with. Wellen just steps off that pick. Ziegler, Bo Ziegler. He goes into Dyer, puts up the three, misses everything. Worcester have it. Crawford with the snatch three. Rob Crawford knocks it down. And suddenly Worcester have a 7-point lead. 7:06 to play. Kunis is picked away again by Freeman. Crawford hands it off to Jordan Wellen, and he is fouled, so he is going to go to the line. Could spell a play from Worcester.
Yeah, he just stepped up the gears, and I think if I was as Glasgow's coach, I'd be looking at rotating the team around a little bit. What game have they got? Other games this weekend?
Glasgow. Yes.
Is it a case of he's again?
Should you know who it is immediately? Of course, they're taking on Plymouth. Yeah.
Are they kind of going, okay, we'll just keep it close and get to the third, fourth quarter and rest players and rotate it that way? But he's going to have to do something, or Wolves will get away.
Well, it's like you said at the top of the show, Chris. You know, maybe the calculation is, well, fifth ain't so bad, but you know that top four is important, and Glasgow, they've had a great second half of the season. And of course, a major final this year as well. Achara just can't hang on to that. That's going to be, well, I think Worcester got away with one there. Pretty certain that came off to Sean Freeman, but anyway, the call has gone the way of Worcester. Navas goes to Severa on the inbound. So Mickey Severa, Pryor just making a nuisance of himself. Alex Navas. Crawford triple teamed in there. Mickey Severa back to Crawford. Crawford dances way inside. Little head fake and spin. Bo Ziegler plucks it off the ironwork. Carpenter. Kieran Acharas. Kunis. Again, Achara just couldn't hang on to the ball. Crawford is fouled by Rinkunis. And holding foul, says the referee. That is the fourth foul of the quarter. And again, a little bit like in the last one. 5 minutes to go, 5.5.
Another timeout. So I didn't see which way was called, but
Wolves.
Yeah. Not Tony's he's seen something and he wants to take advantage of it.
The bottom of the table, and Bristol Flyers with a 2-point lead there as well against the London City Royals down there at the SGS Wise Arena in Bristol. But here in Worcester, 31 points to 22. The Worcester Wolves lead. Whelan jacks up the three and drains it out of that timeout. So again, Coach Garbaletta definitely saw something. Johnny Bunyan now looking to find a way inside. It's a 12-point lead now for Worcester. Fraser throws it down, and he is going to go to the line to add the bonus.
Yeah, I didn't see before the timeout whether Glasgow had played the last defence before the timeout of playing the zone, but they certainly played the zone in against that one. So whether Tony gone right, I know they're going to go zone. We're just going to adjust now, because Wolves have had difficulties at times identifying the zone and making the switch from man to zone. So whether Tony had seen that and sort of said, right, I'm going to call a timeout just to set us up.
Well, Fraser makes the three.
Straight back into man now.
Jordan Welling gets out that triple. Team goes to Prosper, who throws it down. He's the pantomime villain, Lester Prosper. What a showman. Johnny Bunyan. Kieran Acharas just plucks that away. Great vision to go out to Carpenter for three. No good. Rims out. Prosper has the rebound. Mickey Severa now for Worcester. Severa just too high for Freeman, but he manages to hang on to it. Freeman goes to put it in high off the glass. No good. Carpenter. Pryor just takes the air out of the ball. 15 on the clock. They've got a bit of time, Glasgow. Carpenter. Johnny Bunyan. Bunyan reverses. He goes out to Acharas. Great pass again out to Fraser. Backs down. Fouled. And that's Wellen, who picks up his first foul of the game. Wolves in foul trouble now with 4:20 to go. Both teams, in fact, stepped up the defence, I think, Chris, in this quarter so far.
Yeah. That's what you want. I mean, you said at the start, oh, neither team are in foul trouble and all that sort of stuff. Well,
but here we are.
Here we are. Step up. If you step up, make the referees do their job, earn their money.
Fraser drains the second. Fraser, 62 from 81 on the season. Big old number. Oh, Kieran Acharas. He just picked off that pass, read it beautifully. Kieran Acharas to the finger roll off the window. Makes every ounce of that experience count. Kieran Acharas. Crawford. It goes out to Navahas inside the Prosper, just gets it batted away. Kieran Acharas ships it out to Bunyan. So Glasgow resetting the offense. Johnny Bunyan now. Acharas at the top. Pryor. Acharas steps back for the long range two. Too much on it this time. He goes down into the hands of Mickey Severa. 7-point game for Worcester right now. Severa to Navahas. 3:18 to play in the second quarter of the ball game. 5 team fouls on the board for Wolves, 4 for the Glasgow Rocks. It's a 7-point game. Wolves have been out as far as 12 in the game. So Glasgow chipping away. Severa. Navahas. Navahas pulls up at the free throw line. No good. Pryor comes down with it for Glasgow. Fraser drops inside Acharas. He looked at the three. Opts to go deep. Draws the foul. And it's going to be 2 from the line. That was smart play from Kieran Acharas.
Smart play from both players. I don't. There was contact. Look, shoulder to chest.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's blocking now.
Interpretation, my dear boy. Interpretation. It's hard to say after a bottle of mineral water.
Just don't tell him.
Kieran Acharas.
Don't tell him, Pike.
Stupid boy. Mickey Severa. For Worcester, over the timeline prior. Well, that was a bit of a tangle. So that's going to send Mickey Severa to the line. Worcester 5 points the lead with 2:42 to play. And, the humidity engineers are deployed. And a fine job they do around the league, week in, week out. The floor attendants in the BBL, unsung heroes, saved a lot of ankles.
Yeah.
Mickey Severa knocks down the first.
It's been a difficult period for Wolves. They've just, either Glasgow have come out in that timeout and really stepped up. But Wolves have just gone off the heat a little bit. But they still have the lead.
12 points was the lead.
Yeah, exactly. So
and, it's one thing Glasgow have done this season. They've played with that consistency through games, sort of riding the wave. Fraser with the baby hook.
Yeah, Wolves have got to work out how to slow him down, because he's the one they can consistently go to, and Wolves don't have an answer to slow him down.
15 points for Fraser, leading all scorers in this game so far. So sideline ball, Glasgow Rocks, Johnny Bunyan.
Professional job there.
On the inbounds, Pryor for Glasgow. Bunyan once again to Fraser. Solid, consistent performance from him. Bunyan puts up the three. No good. Prosper has it. 1 minute 51 to play. Here come Wolves again. Mickey Severa, 5-point game. Freeman. He goes to work, and he's going to go to the line to add the bonus. That was important.
That was. It's nice to see that. Again, 144. What's Tony going to say? Well, he's going to say, right, we don't let them get a run. We get and decide what we're going to do with that 144. How many plays are we going to look for? We're going to, yeah.
Dear viewer, it's a dear listener. This is TV, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey. Anyway, it's been a long season.
Yeah, turn the TV
Turn the telly off. Do not adjust your set. Freeman drains that 3-point play. So Wolves have an 8-point lead. And Johnny Bunyan is now going to try and make a mess of that for them.
So Wolves gone to a bit of a press and back into his zone.
Oh my goodness me!
Which invites the 3-point shot.
Absolutely. Pryor, dead eye from downtown. And there's the reply right there, as you were. Freeman, Mickey Severa. Well, he puts it up for Leicester Prosper. He can't get to it, and that is a chance thrown away.
Yeah, just too much on it.
And timeout called by Glasgow Rocks.
So Glasgow Rocks, Coach Vincent Lavandier has seen enough.
Use them or lose them. That's the motto. You don't get it back. So play a final.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be in it?
Oh, I need to sit down with a spreadsheet. There's so many candidates this season, you know, and it's funny. It's been such a scrap in those playoff places this year, and this season's thrown up so much. You know,
exactly.
You almost don't want to answer a question like that because it could literally be any of the 8.
Yeah.
Chara puts it inside. Having said which, you know, you've got to put some smart money on the lines this season, I think.
Well, it is, but everyone's dropped games. You know, it's like you look at the games and you go, okay, well that's them. They'll win that one, and they don't. And as you said, I think an open game, an open season, I think any of the 8 could potentially get there.
Well, Coach Lavandier is trying to open up this game, that is for sure. Fraser on the line, doesn't make the first, and the second one just about bobbles in for him. So they've done a great job. It's a 4-point game. Worcester had a 12-point lead. Freeman gets his pocket pick, but it's run out of bounds. 2-shot game, 34.9 seconds to play. Severa, I think you've probably got to go back to the Plymouth game at the start of the season to see a lead at half-time. Severa dumps it off to Prosper, he goes back to Severa, he is fouled. Well, climbing mountains.
Those are horrible ones, because you're up in the air and the guy doesn't know where you are because he hasn't made contact yet.
Well, Pryor, he's back on his feet. So, Mickey Severa, these are big shots for him. It's a 4-point game. 26.2 seconds left to play. So it's an offensive shrapnel, really. Severa drains the first of those 2. So Mickey Severa, he sets for the second. No good.
He was moving away back to play defense before he'd made that shot.
So 12 on the shot clock. Half a second difference between shot and game clock. Here goes Fraser again. He was going to go to work. Pryor this time specs back. Long range 2, rims out. Freeman has it. Crawford puts up the Hail Mary, misses everything, and with that we are at the end of the second quarter. It's half-time here in Worcester. Worcester Wolves lead the Glasgow Rocks 42 points to 37. Chris, what's your wrap-up on that first half?
Good second quarter by Wolves. Good start by Glasgow. And then I think the bits broke for the half. And Glasgow, can they come out and grind it out and go back to the big man and see if Wolves have worked out how to stop him at half-time?
Well, Worcester get us back underway in the third quarter. Freeman straight away. Crawford puts up a high arcing 2 from the top of the key. No good.
That's not the play that you want for the first.
Leicester Prosper.
Good way to
that away.
Yeah. And then picks up gets the foul.
Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah. Good way to start. Again, let's make 2 points and get a possession and get a good possession.
Coach Lavandier is, well, he's extremely measured, let's say, on the sideline as that rims out for Leicester Prosper. Whereas when he misses both of those, Prosper, those are 2 points Worcester really needed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I just said. Is that these are the ones that you need. Those 2 points. Now the thing is that we've got to score on an offense.
Mickey Severa now tries into Prosper, gets a chance to make amends. He can't finish. He goes to reverse it off the window. These are almost losing the handle. Severa looking to get his hands into the pass and into the cookie jar. This time Pryor, Fraser, Gareth Murray. Back inside to Fraser. Fraser couldn't finish. That just rolled down his forearm, the ball. One of those that has gone out of bounds. Severa expecting Freeman to find it.
No, the ball was intended for Coombs, and Glasgow just read it really quickly, and it was too late because Severa had already picked the basketball up.
Prosper is going for everything in the air. Good ball movement, Ziegler. Curtis in the corner, knocks down 3, and all of a sudden, it's a 2-point ball game. Freeman tries to drop it in, no good. Here comes Pryor. Well, Ziegler to tie it up. Doesn't make it. Comes down into the hands of Fraser. Worcester needs to do a better job on the boards. Stop and go from Pryor. Kicks it out to Ziegler in the corner. Can't hang on to the ball. Leicester Prosper. The shot, end of the shot clock. Here comes Deshaun Freeman looking to steady the ship. So Darrell Combs again. Worcester with an endless supply. Get out of jail free cards tonight, it would seem. Combs made a bit of a hash of that. Rinkunis will go in to tie it up. No good. Fraser can't hang on to it. Prosper. Severa.
No one wants to score.
Crawford. Absolutely. He's got Combs at the top. He goes inside. Dumps it off to Leicester Prosper. The big man finally finds 2 points off the window. 4-point game and a very pensive looking Tony Garbaletto on the Worcester sideline. Pryor. Gareth Murray. Mismatch there with Combs. Really Fraser. Rinkunis. He pulls up for 3. Rinkunis knocks it down. 1-point ball game, and they have chipped away the Glasgow Rocks. That 12-point lead has evaporated down to 1 point. Worcester not taking their chances in those opening minutes of the quarter. Freeman. Hands it off to Severa. Severa dancing around the perimeter. 3 on the shot clock's got to get it away. Airballs it out of bounds. And subs now for Worcester. Prosper and Crawford check out. And Alex Navahas and Jordan Wellen step back in. So here come the Glasgow Rocks. Once again, Murray drops down low. Rinkunis. Navahas all over him. Quiet. Rinkunis. Fraser sets the screen. Crawford called for the foul. Coombs, I beg your pardon, called for the foul. Crawford's on the bench, of course.
Yeah.
Glasses, dear boy, glasses.
Should have gone to...
Yeah, that place.
Yeah.
Great pass from Pryor to find Bo Ziegler. He can't finish. A pass like that you felt deserved 2 points. Freeman with the rearrange off the window, no good. Pryor now for Glasgow. Goes into Fraser. Rocks down by 1. It's out of bounds and it's a Worcester ball. Good work from Alex Navahas.
Yeah. Needs someone to work out how to play that.
Well, Freeman having a word with the referee.
Yeah, you could hear it from here. He's asking. It's called submarining. The guy, he's saying the guys are going underneath him, which is dangerous.
Severa, he goes to Combs. Pryor just swats the ball out of bounds. So Wolves ball, 1-point ball game. Freeman, he jacks up the 3. That was a deep 3, too short off the front of the ironwork. Pryor now, he dances inside, puts it up, high off the glass, no good. Freeman has it for Worcester. Runs into Fraser, he just takes the wind out of that offense. Severa goes to drive inside, it's battered away, but it goes to the hands of Navahas. This time Severa puts up the 3-bomb, no good. Great board from Deshaun Freeman, puts it up off the window, and he is going to go to the line to shoot the bonus. Great work from Deshaun Freeman. And that is Pryor's 3rd foul of the game. Crawford checks in for Mickey Severa. That is Crawford this time.
Yes.
Just checking. So
Gives it away with the name on the back.
That's it. And the yellow boots. So
let's hope for Wolves' sake, is that these free throws that they're not making doesn't come and bite them later on in the game.
Well, Wolves struggling a little bit from the line so far this evening. Fraser dances around to find their 2 points. Great finish.
Yeah, good footwork.
I should have said Ziegler. It's just not working tonight. It was Bo Ziegler, it wasn't Fraser.
I'm just going to give up.
Where's the reset button?
Yeah.
So,
turn it back on again.
Okay, this is Johnny Bunyan for Glasgow over the timeline. Gareth Murray. Good work from Crawford. He bats it away. Murray collects it. Gareth Murray. They go to Fraser. This time drops in the 2 points, and Glasgow Rocks retake the lead. 1 point game, 47 points to 46 with 4:21 to play. And it's going to be Bo Ziegler's second foul of the ball game. Ryder on 3. Ziegler, Rinkunis, and Gareth Murray on 2 apiece. Darrell Combs pulls up for 2. Great form to his shot, Darrell Combs. Gives Worcester back a 1 point lead. 4:09 to go in the third quarter of this ball game, and Wellen is called for the foul this time. Off the ball. Holding foul, says the referee, so that is an end line possession. Second foul for him. Rocks with 3 team fouls in the quarter so far. That is only Wolves' second in the third quarter of the ball game. Bunyan trying to go to Rinkunis on the inbounds ball. Yep, and good work by Wolves. So he doesn't get the ball in time. So turnover ball. Darrell Combs returns to the bench. Severa checks in. Tony Carbolet, they're saying, do you think you want to get down and collect the ball? So they go to Alex Navajas. Nicky Severa now. For Wolves, Freeman is looking for a way inside around Rinkunis. Uses his wingspan. They go out to Jordan Wellen in the corner for 3. Got it, Jordan Wellen. That was a big score, big shot. 4 point game. Worcester just give themselves a little bit of breathing space. Ball is knocked loose again. Crawford has it. Chips it down to Alex Navajas, who drops it into the finger roll for 2. And Worcester breathe again. Lapse of concentration from Glasgow, really, in the defence. Bunyan. Mr. Bo Ziegler, Rinkunis now. Fraser drops in off the pick. Gareth Murray in the corner for 3, knocks it down in reply. 3 point ball game. To Sean Freeman. Oh, Worcester going to put this down to the wire once again. We've seen it so often. Heartbreak down the stretch for Wolves, and these teams are slugging it out here pound for pound. Substitutions. Fraser checks out as Achara joins proceeding to Sean Freeman. Takes a breather, and in comes the big man, Lester Prosper. So Jordan Wellen on the line for Worcester.
The interesting thing is Fraser hasn't scored that much this quarter, and that's probably why Glasgow haven't regained. I mean, they regained the lead momentarily, but haven't made that push.
Bunyan, Murray. Kieran Acharas. Kunis puts it up. No good. He was in a tangle as the shot went up. Mickey Severa dances inside, kicks it out to Alex Navahas. He's looking for a way inside. He goes to Prosper. Prosper puts up the three. That's the Prosper. Knocks it down. Big man shoots from outside. Tony Garbaletto held his breath.
Yeah. Well, he's ready to start looking at the bench and say, what the hell are you doing?
Bunyan, no good. Navahas has it. 7-point lead for Worcester now. So an opportunity for them once again to stretch their legs. We did say they've got to do a job on Fraser. Crawford, no good. Great rebound from Lester Prosper, but he's lost the ball into the hands of Gareth Murray. They go to Rinkunis. He pulls up for a long range two, drops it in the bucket. 5-point game. Now Tony Garbaletto is looking at the bench. Darrell Combs is going to check back in. Crawford. He goes to Severa. Severa. Double team. Goes out to Crawford. Puts up the three once again. This time, Prosper. No good.
You would add one of those a game, Leicester.
Johnny Bunyan. No good. Prosper has it. No more shooting the threes. Tony Garbaletto says that's it. You're done shooting threes for tonight. Crawford's backing down. He goes out to Jordan Well and he puts up the three. Too much on that. Prosper again can't hang on to it. It's a tangle of arms and legs. Acharas has it, gets it to Johnny Bunyan. Rinkunis, no good.
Messy.
Well, it's an almighty scrap. 5-point game. 24 seconds in the quarter. Severa, he goes inside to Prosper. Prosper draws the foul. He's going to go to the line. Last time he was there, he didn't finish. And the moisture control department is deployed once again. So this time Prosper on the line, snatches the first of those two, drops it in. Prosper was 0 from 2 going into that, he drops them both in. So Worcester, 7-point game, 16 seconds and the shot clock is switched off. Oh, he almost forced Bunyan back over the game line. Ziegler, Bunyan, good job from Wellen. Bunyan, long range three from Bunyan, knocks it down from the corner, right on the buzzer. So it's a 4-point game. Worcester Wolves 59, Glasgow Rocks 55.
Good. It was messy throughout, and I think I can do all the right things through sort of the first 35 minutes, and the last 5 minutes they just clamp up because they just not used to or don't know how to just seal off that game and just keep on playing the same you've been playing for all the rest of the time in that game.
Well, it's a 4-point game, and Kieran Acharas is looking to do something with it. Pryor, he drives inside, he goes over the top of that double team, banks it in off the window. Really good finish, 2-point game at the start of the fourth quarter, and Worcester are going to have to dig deep. Crawford. Navahas, high pass in, Prosper collects it, he finds the 2 points. And Surrey Scorchers currently trailing by 57-70 at the Leicester Riders, so important times these for the Worcester Wolves. Kieran Acharas now, Pryor, he dances around the perimeter, dumps it off to Kieran Acharas, just couldn't finish. Darrell Combs now for Wolves. 4-point game. Navahas, Crawford, Dye He's all over him like a cheap suit. Alex Navahas backing down, going to work on Carpenter. He gets it into Leicester Prosper. Prosper can't finish. Navahas is floored. 4-point game, 8:31 to play. Coach Lavandier pacing the floor. Coach Garbaletto. Oh my goodness me! Ziegler throws it down. Great work. He was left wide open. Good vision. Cuts that lead down to 2. Darrell Combs. He goes in off the glass. These teams slugging it out. The push for that top 4. It's an important game for the Glasgow Rocks. London City Royals with their noses just in front down in Bristol. Achara double teamed, and he is going to go to the line to add the bonus. So Glasgow need both of their games and London City Royals to drop a game if they're going to maintain that place in the top 4 going in to the post-season. At the moment, the Royals leading only by 1 with 8:55 to play down there in Bristol. But Kieran Achara on the line here in Worcester. Knocks down the first of those 2. Kieran Achara, one of the great names of British basketball, and his place in the history books is assured. Retiring at the end of this season, and what a career he's had. Darrell Combs now at the top. Combs goes to Freeman. He's left wide open. Well, he looks at the 3, opted to go inside. No good. Couldn't finish. Out of bounds, but it's going to be a Worcester ball, and they should have made more of that, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, just those little touch shots around the basket, they just nervy. It's almost like it's easier to miss it, you know.
It's harder to miss than it is to score,
yeah,
I think is what you're trying to say, yeah.
Catching off you, that is.
Get the ball into Prosper. Darrell Combs. This time he goes to Freeman at the top. Freeman again looks at it. Great defense from Glasgow. That 3 attempt just a bit too long. Here come Glasgow Rocks again. Achara, Pryor. Pryor at the top, and Dyer now. He's going to drive the baseline. Sean Freeman picks his pocket, but it's batted away. It's thrown down. And the Glasgow Rocks lock this game up at 63 apiece. 6:37 to play. Freeman is fouled. Bo Ziegler picks up his 3rd foul of the game, 1st of the quarter for the Glasgow Rocks. Subs now for Worcester. Navahas and Crawford check in. Whelan and Prosper check out. Coach Lavandier directing the traffic from the sideline to Sean Freeman. 2 attempt doesn't go. Tied game, 63 apiece, 6:22. Are we going to get another grandstander here in Worcester? They certainly dished up a bit of entertainment this season, that's for sure, despite their place in the league. And it's stripped away once again. Navahas for Worcester dumps it off to Freeman. Freeman is fouled. So Carpenter, he picks up his 2nd foul of the game. So Freeman goes to the line. Tied game at 63. Pretty heavy foul count racking up on Glasgow side of the scoreboard, Chris.
Yeah, I think coach is sort of saying to himself, well, who can play defense and stay on court without getting themselves into trouble and having to not play defence.
Worcester again struggling from the line. Freeman not making the first of those two. Fraser, of course, on the bench right now. So, Deshaun Freeman sinks the second, so 1 point game. Worcester Wolves, here comes Gareth Murray, spinning and dancing over the timeline for the Glasgow Rocks. Carpenter. Pryor's eager there with the screen. Go out to Kieran Acharas! Too much on it. Can't finish. Pryor, he dances inside, pulls up for two again. No good. Freeman has it. Here come Worcester once again. Darrell Combs. Combs, stop and go, switches it on. Great dish to Freeman. He can't finish yet again. Acharas has it. Here come Glasgow. Once again, Carpenter. Pryor. Pryor sets it up. 15 on the shot clock. Oh, he loses the handles. They kick it out to Bo Ziegler. Ah, no good. Good board from Acharas. Rims out, and that is going to be a Glasgow ball from the end line. Darrell Combs, well, he's unhappy with everybody. But it's a 1 point game. Worcester by 1, 64 points to 63. Ndaye, well, he had to think about it. Kieran Acharas now muscles his way inside. They get it out to Ndaye in the corner, no good. It comes down to the hands of Mickey Severa. Now Worcester have an opportunity. They go to Crawford. Crawford, Severa, Combs, Alex Navahas. Got it! That was a big score from Alex Navahas. Again, a little bit of breathing space for Worcester Wolves. 4 point game, 4:30 to play. Kieran Acharas. Defense from Worcester. Running off that perimeter this time. Carpenter runs inside. He drives in through. Travis Carpenter floats it over the top. Great finish from him. 2 point game. So we're inside the last 4 minutes of the game. Freeman, he goes to Darrell Combs. Combs is fouled on his way in. Pushing foul, says the referee. Greg Pryor, 4th foul of the game for him.
He's for me, he's been their catalyst. When he's been on court, they've looked a different team to when he's been sat down.
Fraser is back in, and Worcester just struggling from the line tonight. Combs really frustrated with himself there. 2 points the difference. Doesn't make either of them so. It stays at 2.
Yeah, Wolves shooting 60%.
Here come Glasgow Rocks again. Pryor, Carpenter, Murray, Fraser just hands it to Mickey Severa.
Navahas reached round well.
Severa not getting away with one there. Freeman can't pick it up. Here come Rocks again. Pryor puts it down to Murray. Murray is going to go to the line. Foul called. 3:20 to play. It's a 2-point ball game, and timeout called by Tony Garbaletto. Not surprising.
No, I think he just wants to get some discipline into them. Defensively, they're easy. Don't chuck the ball up to them, and we should be fine. But Gareth Murray has the chance now to tie it up, and then 3 minutes of everyone holding their breath in Worcester.
Well, we've been here before.
Yeah.
And, Gareth Murray makes the first of those two. Gareth Murray, another Glasgow Rocks stalwart. And he drains both of those. He's a man with talent in spadefuls. And he locks this game up at 67 apiece, 3:15 to play. So, Darrell Combs, Mickey Severa. Severa, he goes inside to Freeman, it's batted out of bounds, so that is going to be a Wolves ball from the end line. 8 seconds on the shot clock off this inbound ball. So Crawford goes to Alex Navas. Severa, he pulls up. Long range two, Mickey Severa knocks it down. 2-point ball game. So here comes Pryor once again for Glasgow. Dye, Gareth Murray, Piley Fraser. Four on the clock. He's got to get a shot away here. Gareth Murray doesn't go. Navas comes down with it. So Worcester have their stop. Severa looking to take a bit of air out of the basketball. Goes inside to Freeman, who gets his pocket pick once again. Fraser with the no, I beg your pardon, subs. So end line ball. Rinkunas checks in. And Dye returns to the Glasgow bench. So 11 on the shot clock off the inbound pass. 2:19 to play. Great work from Alex Navas.
Not too easy.
Classy move from the Spaniard Carpenter. Pryor inside of Carpenter. They go back into Fraser's double team. The ball is stripped away.
Wolves don't need anything sitting. There you go.
Takes some air out of the ball. 4-point game. Crawford. It's batted away once again. Great work from Carpenter. He drives inside, puts it in, up off the window, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, got his pocket pick then, but that's what you're going to expect in these minutes. Close game. They're going to risk everything. Both teams got fouls to give, so reach and try and turn the ball over.
Well, Surrey are down by 6 with 2:01 to go. London City Royals are up by 1 with 3:18 to go. So top 4 still very much on the cards as it stands for Glasgow if they can get the W here tonight. But the ball is out of bounds. It's a Wolves ball from the sideline. 1:26 to play. 2-point game. So Crawford on the inbounds ball. Mickey Severa. Severa can't find his way around the considerable wingspan of Kieran Acharas, so he goes over the top. This time it's no good.
Poor shot selection.
Glasgow have it. Here comes Pryor. Rinkunas. Pryor. Murray. Carpenter drives inside and he is going to go to the line. Sold it well.
Yeah.
Wow, so pressure shot for Carpenter. 1:05.
Not another late night.
Well, you know, your dinner's going to have to wait, Chris.
I think he's in the dog already.
The dog and duck.
Yeah.
Carpenter makes the first. Other public houses are, of course, available. So Carpenter drains them both, locks the game up once again. 71 apiece. And all of a sudden, Worcester have got more work to do. So we set it down, won or lost down the stretch. They've set it up. Darrell Combs, can he find a way inside? Goes up at the elbow, no good. It's out of bounds. It's a Wolves ball with 43.1 seconds to play, and Tony Garbaletto calls a timeout.
Yeah. Right thing to do. Got a reset on the clock, 14 seconds. Get a good play.
Leading it for the Worcester Wolves on 13, and interestingly enough, Kieran Acharas is leading this game in rebounds. No surprises, certainly not for me anyway there, but
and who's on at the end? The experience is on at the end.
And there he is, the great man, Kieran Acharas. 37 seconds. Mickey Severa floats it in, no good, doesn't go. They can't hang on to it, it's gone loose, it's gone to Combs. 14 reset on the shot clock. 26 seconds to play, so here comes Darrell Combs for Worcester. Drives inside, off the window, Darrell Combs. Timeout called. Glasgow Rocks.
Good job,
wow.
Good job.
So Worcester lead. Matthew Bryan and Manning with 25 in that game to grind out that win for City Royals. So now it's even more pressing for Glasgow to take the win here in Worcester, and it's Rob Crawford on the inbounds ball. 20.9 on the clock. Oh, Murray, I beg your pardon, on the inbounds ball. Acharas, he hands off to Pryor. The clock is winding down. There's 8 on the shot clock. Pryor, and the foul comes from Mickey Severa on the floor. Worcester with fouls to give. So, sideline ball. Glasgow Rocks call a timeout again. So, he deploys the last one.
Yeah. The strange thing is that I think what Tony's saying is that there's a...
Rocks, Worcester, on the other hand, 54, 12 from 22.
Exactly, and that, look, they've come out with no real big men. They've come out with what is more than anything a shooting team. Rob Crawford's been smart in saying, right, okay, I'm going to make sure my laces are done up properly.
Well, Murray has it. Pryor, Worcester got to defend for all they're worth. Now, Rukina for 3, no good. Freeman has the ball, and Freeman is fouled. And so Freeman is going to go to the line, and, well...
I think the clock ran on a little bit there.
Well, with 1.9 seconds to go, Deshaun Freeman steps up to the free throw line. He shot 3 from 6 so far tonight. That's a straight 50%. And I think you're right. There's a discussion on the table with the table officials, and they are adding.
Wasn't that many.
A few seconds. That's quite a lot. 4.4 seconds on the clock. So time just wound back up. So 4.4 after these shots. Freeman saying it definitely wasn't 4.4.
It was 3.2 when the whistle went.
So Deshaun Freeman on the line. These are pressure shots for Deshaun Freeman. He said only 50% from the line tonight, but when it counts, he steps up. He makes it a 3-point game, and if he makes the next one, it's a 2-shot ball game with 4.4 seconds to play. Well, Worcester once again push it down to the wire. Freeman doesn't make the second, so 3 points it is. Last 3 seconds of the game, and Severa, that's a smart foul from Mickey Severa, a very smart foul indeed. So he checks out of the game having fouled out, but he puts Rocks on the line to shoot 2 with a 3-point deficit, and then possession on the end line with 1.6 seconds on the clock. So after this...
No. If he makes it, Tony's got a timeout. Have a timeout to take down the other end of the court.
Kind of academic at 1.6 probably. I think
still get the ball.
I think the vision of the foul was that was real basketball smarts right there.
Yeah.
So the crowd have done the arithmetic and they've stood up. Pryor.
Now, does he miss it?
Well, there's your option. A decision to be made. Acharas had a word with him. He does indeed. Ball's gone. Murray puts it up. No basket. And Worcester Wolves take another win here at the Worcester Arena. They finish the season the way they started it, with a win. And well, it's been an awful season for Worcester. Let's be fair. They've had everything thrown at them, and you've got to feel for these players. They look like they've won a cup final here tonight.
Well, that's it. A great start and a great finish, but shame out the middle bit.
It's been a curate's egg of a season, good in parts.
Yes.
Just not many parts.
No.
The way it's gone. Well, they finished.